You tell me.
Okay. 74, 84, 94, 2004,
Want a beautiful lawn? Call SNS
74,
Landscape,
84,
lawn care
94,
professionals for customized lawn care programs for
94,
mowing, trimming, shrub maintenance, and broadleaf weed control. SNS Landscape always offers 10% off to military seniors.
Okay, we're on I-40 westbound, heading towards Knoxville. We're in the great state of North Carolina.
Call 304-0377 or 261-6602.
Time on deck is 13:23.
Has 3 convenient locations serving the surrounding area. Ikard off I-40, Viewmont off Highway 127, and Claremont off Highway 10. They're open 7 days a week with breakfast served all day. Kids eat free with an accompanying adult on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Some restrictions apply. Enjoy fish fry Saturdays, fried flounder and calabash shrimp combo plates for only $9.99. And with over 15 years of catering experience, Granny's can handle the stress of your next event. Give them a call.
Yeah, 48 years anniversary coming up May 8th.
Military surplus and tactical supply has everything you'll need for camping season. Tried packs and backpacks for hiking.
Long time.
Mats for sleeping. Canteens and canteen cups for hydration. And food and utensils to keep you fed. For you car and truck campers, Big Saves has a variety of hard case boxes from small to extra large to keep your gear safe. Plus, get your yoga on in the great outdoors with camo yoga pants and tops. More t-shirts and summerwear is on the way. Just off the square in downtown Newton. Big Saves. Century Services Heating and Cooling Experts reminds you to make sure your unit is working at peak efficiency to save on your energy costs and to ensure your unit lasts years longer. Call today for a tune-up or find out more about keeping your equipment running smoothly with the Century Customer Care Program. Plus, if you're getting ready to invest in a new unit or make expensive repairs, get a free second opinion from Century Services Heating and Cooling Experts. If it's fair and honest, they'll let you know. Get the comfort and value you deserve. Century Services Heating and Cooling Experts.
This black coffee tastes muscle up.
Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change them. Visit lionsclubs.org.
73 degrees outside. Everything's turning green. Or May 27th. Or is it? No, April 27th. Damn. I'm getting ahead of myself here on months.
President still maintains that he never spoke with his son about his business dealings, and given his reporting on Eric Schwer, does he also say that he has never spoken to his son's business partners about his son's business dealings?
He maintains his same statements that he's made in the past. I would say I know you're referring to Waves records that were released more than 10 years ago. I really don't have more detail or information on them. I note that there was a gap when Waves records were not released, but I don't have more information about visits from more than 10 years ago.
I don't have information about the visits from 10 years ago. Welcome back to Clay and Buck. Well, we're going to try to track down that information. We're curious to know what exactly was going on here. You got millions and millions of dollars flowing into Joe Biden's LLCs and into Jill Biden's various businesses. Dr. Jill Biden. Clay is I'm just fired up about this book because I assume that a lot of listeners out there are thinking through this too. It's really hard to make $11 million in a year when you don't have anything other than your own labor to sell, right? It's not as if Joe Biden is Taylor Swift or a NBA or NHL or NFL player
It's only
where he's
65
making millions of dollars in income off of his direct labor. So when I see
I believe I haven't seen anything said different.
January, when I see that he reported over $11 million in income in 2017 months, $1 million a month, that's really, really hard to do.
Well, you know, if a little faster, somebody behind me won't be able to keep
Point out
up.
that the Clintons they masterminded this whole program of creating a charity that was really a pass-through for access.
Look over there at the horizon over there on your right.
That's why they had the
called the old Smoky Mountains.
Basically right away. All of a
Over there in the
sudden,
distance.
people interested in writing checks to, quote, charity, but also all their private jet travel. It's paid.
We're gonna pass that Smoky Mountain.
I mean, this has become a much
No,
more
we're not
common
going to
thing.
pass it. We're going to go through it there.
Using and abusing foundations that are ostensibly for
Yeah, we're going to pass them as we go through them.
expenses their travel. So the Clintons pay $100 million.
Then you look in the rear view mirror and say, bye-bye, Smokies.
Bye-bye.
And having folks ghostwritten from
I remember that Smoky Mountain from here.
So they really set the
On the way
standard.
back, on the way to South Carolina.
Hey, man, family business,
I
time to
won.
turn on the spigot. And he let Hunter Biden be the point man. I mean, think about this guy's judgment, everybody. Think of it. I wouldn't trust Hunter Biden with $5 to go buy me a latte. Well, I said last week, I think, I would if I owned a gas station, there's a 0% chance that I would hire Joe Biden to run it. And if I owned a gas station and Hunter Biden wouldn't be an employee, I'd expect that he would steal. Coming up, folks, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Now I'm gonna skirt to drive
Tell us what it's like to be on
bar,
trial,
yeah.
try to take away your right to run for office when you're
Before
already
the,
been around. We'll talk about it.
I was not scared that I drive all the time.
For years, I love
Now I get
Black
kinda
Rifle. This
nervous.
is a company that's on a mission to provide their amazingly delicious roast profile to every coffee lover in America. Black Rifle was founded by a veteran of the special operations.
Before when I drive that,
team of hundreds of individuals who won
but I got the boat with me, or you are? Oh, you got the boat.
You were driving the station wagon with the boat behind it.
Oh, I was?
Sponsor with me. Clay loves their coffee. I love their coffee. You guys are patriots. This is the coffee.
I was driving the other car. What was it?
BlackRifle.com. Use code Clay and Buck.
Oh, I was driving the station wagon with the boat behind
20%
me.
off your purchase. Go now.
You were driving the other car, whatever that was.
Ground bean in a can, espresso. You'll love it. BlackRifleCoffee.com. Use code.
You didn't make a lane for me so I could get over.
Yeah, that's the one that we got it. You got it.
Looks like a 7-ton here coming by. Heavy rescue. You know that? He's got that rig behind the tractor there. He must got something to pick up there.
Honey, I'm so tired of looking for a new house. We've been looking for months, and what we want is just not out there. I wish we could just make our house be what we want. I mean, it's already in the neighborhood that we love, and all our friends are right here.
You're right. Let's call Classic Home Renovations. Jim and Diane used them on their kitchen, and it was phenomenal. They kept talking about how professional Classic
That
Home
car, I
Renovations
should add that you don't have
easy to work
to.
with. They can redo our kitchen, add that sunroom that
I
you've
hope
been
so. He's got
dying
a
for,
problem with
and
his
even finish
nails.
the basement for
What?
your mom to come
I
stay
said
with
he's got a
us.
problem with his
No wonder
nails.
they're so trusted.
That has
They've been
nothing to
doing
do with
great
the
work
gas on the
for
foot
15
pedal.
years.
Well, it sounds like we need to call them. Do you have their number?
You're not walking on it.
It's 828-466-0200, or you can visit them on the web at classichomrenovations.com. Classic Home Renovations, your trusted remodeling specialists.
And CNN News, I'm Mike Riley. Early voting starts tomorrow in North Carolina, and anyone who missed the deadline to register can do it during the 17-day early voting period. Brunswick County Director of Elections, Sarah LeClaire, told WECT in Wilmington.
Evening hours, we
stable. It's a little too good vibration. You'll see when I rerun back and look at
Clay
it.
Travis Buck Sexton Show. Rolling through the Wednesday edition of the program. We are joined now by Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene from the great state of Georgia. And I saw you over the weekend, and I wanted to ask you, I asked you the same thing I'm going to ask you on the show here. How about Independence Day? I know you had the kangaroo court questioning that was going on, but did you ever think you were going to get grilled about the movie Independence Day and that they would play a clip from that movie as part of an attempt to disqualify you from being able to serve in Congress?
Let's just say no to the entire question you just asked. Number one, that was my first time ever even having to go to court.
Well,
Like,
Kevin, how am I going to get around a car if I don't change lanes?
And then
No,
be on the
just saying
witness
the name.
stand, questioned and challenged over something that I never did, never have been charged
Going
with.
the speed
No
limit?
one has been
I'm
charged
not
or
gonna slow
convicted
down
with it.
anymore.
And the January 6th committee here in Washington has never even asked me one question or sent me a
We'll
letter.
never get home.
That was shocking. But number three, I can't even tell you when he was asking me about the movie Independence Day and trying to say that's where I got my inspiration for this horrible lie he was telling about me. I kid you not, I was so shocked. I was like, this guy is such a clown, and he's making a mockery of this court, but he's also making a complete fool of himself. And I couldn't even remember the movie. I'd seen it years ago. I don't even know when it came out, but it was insane. It was so laughable and pathetic. It was just too much.
Congresswoman, I believe they made a sequel. I'm just going to tell you, not worth seeing, from what I understand. The aliens came back. They came back again.
I think there was Independence Day too. I think.
Oh, you might be right. I don't even.
I was just trying to save her some time. But Congresswoman, could you tell everybody? Thanks for being with us, of course. Could you tell everybody like what happened here? Because we talked about this. We mentioned the show last week. It kind of bubbled up in the news cycle. All of a sudden, you're on the stand being asked questions because someone has sued to prevent you from being able to run for re-election because of the insurrection. Like, how did this even happen? Like, can you tell us what this was all about?
Yeah, that is the question everyone's asking. There's a lot of confusion about it. So what everyone needs to understand is there is a 501c3. It's an organization that is funded, and they're called Free Speech for People. Free Speech for People, which is the most it's a hypocritical name because they're literally trying to silence my free speech and my district's free speech by ripping my name off the ballot and taking away my district's ability to even cast a vote for me. They're destroying free speech and they're destroying democracy and they are meddling in our elections. These guys are from New York, Massachusetts. They're not even from Georgia. But what they're doing is they're using a plan that Mark Elias, Hillary Clinton's nasty election attorney that concocted the whole Russian collusion idea. They're taking his plan and they are implementing it against multiple Republican members of Congress and state legislators. We're not the only ones. But in my case, because of our state laws, it has gone way too far. And so what they do, Free Speech for People, is they go and find voters. Well, let me tell you how they got it. We have over 700,000 people in my district. These guys managed to drum up five voters that they talk into doing this lawsuit. One of the five happens to be the Democrat district chair of my district. So you can imagine how they got 5 voters in my district. They called her and said, find some friends. Well, she found
you live in the state? Or how old are you? Are you old enough to run for office? But they're twisting the 14th Amendment. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment